Hello, and welcome to Enabled Energies.
Hi, everybody. We're back.
Yay!
It's been a minute again. I'm Rachel. For those of you who don't, I feel like we should introduce ourselves.
We probably should.
We'd forget about that all the time. We just assume people know who we are, and nobody knows who we are.
Give yourself a little.
Yeah. So I'm Rachel Cohn. I am a chiropractor here in Oregon, and I also do craniosacral, Reiki, certified animal chiropractor. Recently went and did pelvic floor training.
Yay!
That was super fun.
Welcome, friend.
Thank you. I'm excited to get into it. I need more though. The class that I took was more of an introduction than I realized it was. So
yeah, a lot of the first classes for that are more like, here, now you can actually go internally because you're just certificate and we're here.
Yeah, they're like, here's how to tell if people have all of these problems, and here's how to find stuck muscles. But you got to come back if you want to learn what to do about it. And I'm like, well, I could probably figure out what to do about it because I am already a trained
I'll show you what to do with it.
musculoskeletal expert. So I could probably figure it out without extra training, but the extra training would have been really nice. Some, like the tips and tricks and clinical pearls and stuff like that.
Yep.
So anyway, that's me. Who are you?
My name is Cameo. I have been a massage therapist in Oregon for 14 years now.
Isn't that crazy?
Crazy. Started out with a lot of the hard-hitting stuff, sports and pain management, and then branched off into all sorts of different directions, from Reiki to craniosacral to I do lymphatic. I also do pelvic floor. I forget sometimes all the stuff that I do.
You have a lot of extra trainings and certifications.
I do love
it's
some
amazing.
Continuing education.
Right?
It's my jam.
I just like to learn stuff.
Right?
I'm realizing more and more, I go learn stuff and I'm like, okay, how do I apply this in my practice? I think I overcomplicate it.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. But I really do love learning new stuff and then just kind of naturally incorporate it into my practice as far as someone comes in, they're like, hey, so I've been leaking sometimes without any reason. And it's like, I can help you with that. And I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah.
What do you mean you can help me with that? You're a chiropractor. I'm like, yeah, I know.
I do all sorts of stuff. Well, what is that phrase? It's like jack of all trades, master of none, oftentimes better than master of one.
Yes.
Is the whole phrase.
You got it.
I did.
I'm impressed that you remembered all that.
I know, right? My brain is on fire today.
It's great.
Let's see if it stays that way.
Let's find out together.
Okay.
So, since our last episode, I don't remember when we posted our last episode, but
it was right before our last retreat.
Was it right before our last retreat?
That was the last one.
I'm glad you remember that because I was like, was it before our second to last retreat?
No, it's the last one.
Okay. So, since our last episode, we have obviously hostessed is that a word, hostessed? It is now.
Yeah, I think it's just straight hosted, but go ahead.
I like hostessed.
I like hostessed
because we're hostesses.
We're hostesses.
We're not. We're hosts.
We're hostesses with the mostesses.
That's right. I like that. Any hoodles. We have hostessed. No, it's kidding. We're just going to go back to hosted because it's confusing now. We led another retreat. We did facilitation on another wellness retreat. And where were we this time? We were in Lincoln City.
Yeah.
And
right on
the water,
beach.
right on the beach. It was fantastic.
To go down maybe a flight and a half of stairs.
Yeah, something like that.
A little uneven, but
a little uneven, a little narrow. Doable. We did it. We made it work.
We made it work.
It was a great house.
Yeah, and they had a secret beach.
We were able to get to the secret beach at low tide, and oh boy, were there a bunch of agates out there. That was super fun to go find those. And some of our take homes, we did learn some things that we're going to incorporate into future retreats to improve ourselves and our offerings. But we did get overwhelmingly good feedback once again, which is very, very validating. That this work is really, really needed and really important.
Yeah, it does point out the number of people, and they all have something different to say about it. Some say it was, it's really relaxing, and other people are like, I found all of these tools that I can use. So it ranges across the board from it was a nice little escape to, wow, I didn't know this was possible. And it just shows this is good. This is a good starting point for everybody. And that's what we wanted it to be. We want it to be something that people can broaden their scope on and become curious and then branch off and go I want to know more about this.
Yes. And then at some point in the future, I think we will
tell them more.
Broaden our horizons and do either longer retreats or more concentrated day retreats where we really kind of delve and dig into an individual topic a little deeper. But I personally really like the intro to a smorgasbord, if you will, of options for grounding and toning your vagus nerve, and kind of giving people that intro of tools and tricks and tips that they maybe hadn't considered or just straight up didn't know existed, and giving them some options for like, well, maybe you don't really connect with breath work, but you love meditation. Yeah. Or maybe you don't connect with either of those things, but like sound healing is your jam. Mm-hmm.
So. I believe it. Every single one of the retreats that we have so far, I've had one person walk up to the bowls after I've done a sound bath and be like, where did you get these? Yeah. Like, I want one of these.
Right. Almost feels like maybe at some point we should have like a set of bowls as like not merch necessarily, but just as like, if you would like to take a set home with you, they are available for $1,500.
Jesus Christ.
Maybe not quite that much, but they're spendy.
They are spendy.
Yeah.
They're not. They're not horribly, but it depends on what exactly you want. I saw one recently that was made out of sunstone, like solid sunstone. I was like,
tell me about that. That sounds incredible.
It sounded incredible on the video, which is hard to do.
That's hard to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The sound bowls and devices like that really come through a lot better. They must have had really good,
I'm sure they had great
microphones. Recording equipment. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it comes through a lot better in person. There's a certain resonance that comes through. It's just
there. I want to get one of those like stand-in crystal bowls.
Yeah. You send me that one where the dude sat in it. Uh-huh. He like laid in it and then another bowl came over his head.
Right. They have like a crane that they lower this like just massive bowl egg kind of thing and then ring them both like
yeah.
Amazeballs.
And as loud as it is, it never really like hurts my ears like something.
Yeah. Like the resonance is just right. It's not typically overwhelming. For my eardrums.
Yeah, which is weird. You'd think it would be too loud, but it's not. All right. Are we into snacks or did we forget something?
No, we got to talk about our next retreat.
Oh, yeah.
We got snacks coming. Don't you fret. We've got a handful of fresh new snacks to try. But first, we got to tell you all about our 2 new retreat dates that we have set. The one that is coming up soonest is in July of 2026 from the 24th through the 26th of July. We have a beautiful house rented in Rhododendron, Oregon, which is up,
on the Sandy River, right?
Yeah, I believe it's on the Sandy River. It's right up Mount Hood. And if the pictures are true to form, and I really hope they are, it is stunning. So much just the trees and all that moss next to the path. I just want to go roll around in that moss.
Yeah. I'm going to make people get in the river. I'm going to make them get in the river, and then we'll shower them off real quick, and then there's a 7-person hot tub, people.
It looks amazing.
I know.
I'm really excited to get that hot tub. Honestly, I'm very tempted to just bring a tent, and we'll just camp outside.
Right?
Everyone else can sleep inside. And
all of our helpers said no on that, though.
Yeah, our helpers were like hard pass on sleeping outside. Y'all do what you want. We will be sleeping inside. So we'll honor that, but I'm a little tempted to sleep outside.
That would
in
be
a tent.
Nice.
I'm not a total savage.
I do have a really nice tent.
I have a tent. I haven't opened it in years, so it's honestly it may be a moldy mess. I'm not sure, but if you have a nice tent, I have a camp cot.
Oh,
and air beds, so we can make that work. We'll have our own little hideaway.
Yeah, we're gonna make this work.
And then our second retreat, if the July 24th through 26th doesn't work for anybody out there, we are hosting another retreat in September, on September 25th through the 27th. And again, we have a beautiful house reserved in Rockaway Beach, Oregon this time around.
Yeah.
And it is, I believe you have to cross one road.
It doesn't look too busy, though. It looks like it's like on a
super slow, quiet area. Walk across the street and you are in the sand on Rockaway Beach.
And there's a lake behind us.
There is a lake behind the house.
I don't know if we have access. I don't think there's access to the lake.
We'll have to find out when we get there. But
I think it's just like a little duck pond, too. Yeah. Like it's substantially sized. It's just not, go cruise on the lake.
Right. Yeah, we might not be paddleboarding on it, but
no.
We'll find out. Maybe
we will. Maybe. Are we bringing our paddleboards? Shit.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't think we'll have room.
Nah.
I feel like with all the stuff we bring, we don't have
I
room
had
in our
7
cars.
totes of stuff last time.
Stuff.
We filled the truck. Filled.
Like overfilled.
A little bit.
So yeah, I don't know if we'd have space for pedal boards. But
Probably not.
Perhaps we could talk one's husband.
And bringing him up later.
Bringing him on the way back.
Maybe.
We'll find out. Anyway, so July 24th through 26th in Rhododendron, Oregon, and or September 25th through the 27th in Rockaway Beach, Oregon. And anybody listening, please head on over to our website and book your Grounded Getaway Retreat.
We should have a link right
now
in the description, right?
Yes, we will have a link for the retreats in the description when we post the episode. Okay, now on to snackies.
Yay!
I'm really excited.
We're going to do the first one first, which is going to be the sea moss, because I know that's the one you're the least excited about. I have just Spanish sea moss, the powdered stuff. It's white. It's very, it's sea moss, but it's a white powder that I put into like a juice or stuff. This stuff I made a couple days ago, and it is a mixture of the sea moss with peach juice, strawberries, and a date.
Okay, well, you should have led with that. So what she said to me, y'all, was, what did you say to me? Do you want to try the sea moss jelly?
Yeah. Do you like blended jelly?
Do you like blended jello? And I was like, I don't know what blended jello means. I don't particularly love jello. But because I love you, I'm willing to try it. But you should have led with there being peaches and strawberries and all kinds of other yumminess.
Okay, well, I started, but the scared look on your face was too much fun, so I wanted to wait until we started the podcast.
The horror.
The horror. Yeah, okay. See, so it's like an applesauce.
Jam. It looks like you would just like put that on toast.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like an applesauce. It's pretty good.
Oh, I've got my own spoon here.
Yeah,
okay.
I got you we don't have to share spoons. I love you.
I love you, but I don't know that I love you that much. Okay, so here we go. Irish sea moss, strawberry peach jelly. Mm-hmm. I'm going to be brave and take a big spoonful, and I'm
proud of you.
Probably going to aim away in case I spit it out.
Yeah. It's like applesauce.
It is like applesauce.
But like strawberry sauce.
Mm-hmm. It's not bad.
I think next time I will put more sea moss in it, because usually the sea moss is a little bit thicker, and I think I thinned it out a little bit too much in this one. But yeah, I like it.
I would eat that again. That's not
sea moss is supposed to be really good for you. And of course, I didn't look up all the benefits of sea moss, but everyone has Google now.
Look up sea moss. Several months back, one of the companies that I like to get CBD products through, I'm unclear if they were bought out or just merged with another company that sells an Irish sea moss capsule. Mm-hmm. And out of curiosity, I ordered some, and I found it to be a very gentle yet effective, like, gut cleanse.
Nice.
Kind of a thing. So if anybody is struggling with regularity and not having a whole lot of luck with fiber supplements and or dietary changes and or probiotics, some sea moss may be helpful for helping to move and regulate your guts and your bowels.
Yeah.
So
I know that much. And then of course you go on there and they're like, it's good for hair, skin, nails, all of it.
It's kind of the new like darling on the catch-all cure-all.
Yeah.
Like, take sea moss, it'll change your life. Like, yeah, for some people.
Vitamin.
Yeah, exactly. It's the only one you'll ever need again.
Woohoo.
Yeah, no, that was tasty. I would eat that again. Like, I didn't taste any, like, the sea moss.
Slimy,
pretty
icky
flavor.
stuff.
Yeah, there was just, it tasted like strawberries with a little bit of a softer than apple saucy texture.
I like it.
So, yeah, enjoyed.
Okay, the next one we're going to do is the adrenal cocktail. I think we've talked briefly about adrenal cocktails on here, but it's basically a drink, a juice that has a lot of the minerals and electrolytes and stuff that your body needs to kind of support your adrenals.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I put cream of tartar in the water in order to put potassium into the entire thing. You can also use coconut water. Coconut water has potassium. Mm-hmm. This has grapefruit juice. I don't know why I've been on a grapefruit juice kick. I could probably look it up and be like, oh, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. But orange juice is really popular in it. And then so I put like grapefruit juice, half it with water, put a little bit of cream of tartar in there, and then a pinch of salt and quarter cup or a dash, depending on if you're making a glass or an entire jar of collagen. And then that's it.
Don't you usually add coconut milk to it?
I do, just for taste, because it's fun.
Oh, okay.
But not with don't do it with the grapefruit.
Got it.
It doesn't jive with the grapefruit.
Well. If you do it with orange juice.
But if you do it with orange juice, it's delicious. That's your favorite.
Yes, I do like it with the orange juice. The grapefruit juice is really good. I've been sipping on mine the whole time we've been sitting here because I forgot we were supposed to be saving it for right now.
Well, that's okay because we have a third one.
Okay.
That I'm kind of excited for you to taste. Now, this is the Paleo Valley beef sticks. I'm pretty sure a lot of people out there have tried these. This is the teriyaki one. The Paleo Valley I started running into because they are gluten-free, soy-free, no MSG. They don't have any added sugars or anything like these. These are fermented meat sticks. So when you open them, they're still juicy.
Got it.
So just getting you ready for that. And then also, take out your idea of a meat stick and just be curious about what you're going to experience.
A new experience.
Yeah, because I remember the first time I tried these, I was like, hey, yeah, I'm going to have a meat stick, from the...
like a Slim
From
Jim.
the corner, yeah, like a Slim Jim. It's
not a
Slim Jim.
Okay, got it. For the record, we are also not sponsored by Paleo Valley, but if Paleo Valley wanted to sponsor us, that would be cool.
If you can make these easier to open, that would also be awesome.
I think I got it. Do you want to... I have longer fingernails than you do.
Yeah.
Trade you.
Thanks, friend.
I got you.
Yeah, you have fingernails. I cut mine off so I don't stab people.
That's probably very kind of you.
I know. They prefer it that way.
Yeah, it's a little nicer when you're...
Yeah.
That was a little...
So they smell... The teriyaki ones smell like teriyaki.
Yep, smells like teriyaki.
They smell like a beef stick.
All right, here we go. Non-beef textured beef stick. Got a little snap to it.
Yep. That's not bad.
Yeah, it's pretty juicy. Not like... Juicy's not quite the right word.
It has a moisture in it that you wouldn't expect, and I'm pretty sure it's because it's fermented.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. What is it fermented? Is this supposed to help with your digestion fermentation kind of situation, or?
I didn't actually look that far.
Got it.
Naturally fermented. No nitrates, no nitrites.
That's tasty.
Except for those naturally occurring in celery juice and sea salt. So, yeah. All natural beef sticks. A lot of beef sticks out there are either absolutely swimming in sodium or chock full of sugar.
Or both.
Yeah, or both. So these were kind of nice to find, and they take a little bit of getting used to, I gotta tell you.
I don't mind it. The texture's not...
If you are so used to the sweet dried meat, though, teriyaki jerky and stuff like that.
Yeah, I could see that.
This isn't exactly what you're looking for.
It's been a minute since I've had
any sort of Slim Jim
jerky or a Slim Jim kind of thing. So, but yeah, no, I don't mind the texture at all. That's good. It's tasty. I'm gonna eat the whole thing. All right, so snacks out of the way.
Now we get to talk about the lymphatic system.
Let's talk about lymph, baby. Let's talk about you and me.
Let's talk about...
Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that may be. Sorry. Wow. Let's talk about lymph. Let's talk about lymph. You can tell I watched Pitch Perfect.
A little bit.
Recently.
A little bit. Oh, yeah, we did, didn't we?
We did. Well,
that's right.
After the retreat.
All right, so a lot of people don't really understand the lymph, and we just want to give you a really cursory overview of what exactly lymph is. A lot of people in the industry call them...
System, you hear about it, your lymph nodes, but we don't really talk about the lymphatic system and what it is and what it does for us.
Well, yeah, people call it the forgotten circulatory system. because it literally like goes all around where the blood circulatory system is, and pulls out all of that extra stuff everywhere. You know, all of the toxins and the bacteria and all that sort of stuff, puts it through the lymph node. The lymph node cleans it, and then so it's like a filter system for the
extracellular fluid.
Extracellular fluid.
Yep. So when your cells are processing and doing metabolism, which is what does your body, like that's how your body is.
Yep.
There are waste products from that. And in most cases, the waste products, your cell is just kind of like, well, done with that. Kind of shoots it through the cell membrane through a various system of transport channels. And then the junk just sits outside the cell.
Yep.
It's kind of like New York City when the garbage people are on strike.
In the interstitial fluid.
Yes.
Between the cells. And then that, has its own little current. But the current, the thing about the lymphatic system is that it doesn't actually have a pump. Our circulatory system has the heart. The lymphatic system moves through muscle contraction and deep breathing. Our feet are actually huge lymphatic pumps, which is why when you go get a surgery or something like that, they try to get you up and moving as soon as possible.
Yep.
Because they want that lymph moving. Otherwise,
if you have a surgery where you're going to be stuck in bed for a while, they will put those air compression squeezy boots on you that are designed to keep that lymph fluid and also your blood flow as well moving out of your legs so that it doesn't build up and you don't get crazy swollen limbs, and that can lead to other issues. So that leads us back to the importance of movement. And the kind of the dangers of sitting still at a desk all day for 8 hours a day without moving, because that offers opportunity for that lymphatic fluid to just kind of settle and become stagnant, and then it becomes harder for your body to deal with, and then you develop lymphedema and all kinds of other problems can ensue from that.
Well, not only that, but if it's not moving, then things become stagnant. And one of the big things about the lymph system is the lymph nodes are like a security checkpoint. This is where cancer goes to die, people. Like, I don't think a lot of people realize that we all have cancer cells in our body. Constantly. Your lymph nodes are where they go and basically get destroyed.
It's where your immune system identifies that there is a problem with that cell or with that piece of protein or whatever it is getting. And your immune system will come in and deal with it.
And if your lymphatic system is not circulating the way that it needs to, those cancer cells then sit there and go, oh, I guess I'm okay. And then they start growing. So lymphatics are extremely important. And really, we need to know a little bit more about them. One thing I didn't know that I just found out is that they're crucial for fat absorption, which I didn't realize. Like this is about getting good fats into your body, not about like pulling fat out of your body. This is about like the oils and the butters that you eat. Because, okay, let me just clarify. When you eat fat, it doesn't turn into fat. Because I think a lot of people get confused about that. Fat does not turn into fat. Fat actually turns into fuel, and fat can turn into all sorts of wonderful things for your body that support all sorts of different systems. The things that turn into fat are actually like carbs and sugars and stuff like that. But that's a different thing.
That's
a we're not talking about today. But I just thought that was interesting. But your lymph nodes are your security checkpoints. And so keeping those moving and keeping them open and loose and stuff is really important. So we want to talk about a couple of different ways that you can do that. One.
Walking.
Oh, God.
Just
walk.
Just walk.
Hydration. Hydration, I think, is one of the things that we should like put up there and be like, this is really important. If you don't have the fluids in your body, then what's going to move?
Right. No, I think honestly, we could probably fix, I don't want to put a percentage on it. We can fix so many issues if people just were properly hydrated. And drank enough water.
And unfortunately, it takes a little bit more than just drinking water. Like you have to have the right balance. That's why I like the adrenal cocktails, is because it has the right balance of like electrolytes and other things that make the water bioavailable in your body.
Yeah.
We should do another podcast on that whole body water conversion, because that's really cool.
Yeah.
I was actually talking to someone recently who is taking a lymphatics course, because when you do lymphatic work, you work very, very lightly. If you work too deep, it actually shuts off the flow to the area.
Yeah, you compress the flow and it stops.
Yeah, and it stops. So you have to work very lightly. But 40% of our lymph, like the lymph system, is on the surface of our skin.
Just below the surface of the skin.
Well, just below the surface of the skin. I'm talking about, like, if you think about it in the ways of like a pond or a pool or a fish tank, right?
Yep.
If 40% of the algae in the fish tank is right on the surface is going to be completely green. The rest of the water has a lot of algae in it, but it's less visible than that surface. So just think about all of that stuff right on the surface being where you need to kind of push in and keep stuff moving. And then the rest of it can flow better.
Yeah.
So yeah, she was talking about how she's taking this lymphatic course and how they can basically squeeze what they call lymph out of the system. And it's this viscous jelly-like substance.
Well, it's going to be a clear fluid too, isn't it? Or a clear gel.
Yeah.
It's not... the gelness is part of the reason why when you get a cut, you don't just immediately start squirting water all over the place, right?
Yeah.
And most of the time, we don't even start squirting blood all over the place. Like the blood kind of slowly seeps out and does its thing. But yeah, so
that's another like coagulation and all that sort of stuff too.
Yeah. There's extra factors in your blood that keep it from being super liquidy.
Yeah, you don't just leak all over the place.
That'd be weird.
That would be really weird.
Way blobbier than we already are.
But yeah, so hydration is a huge one. Walking is a huge one. That's why walking is toted all over the place. You know, in hospitals, on the outside. I know a lot of retirement homes just have like walking parties, and they just like, okay, everybody get up and walk, just go, you know?
Get moving just a little bit. And even if you're just like marching your feet in place while you're sitting in a chair, if you are chair bound, but like you have the use of your legs, like even if you just squeeze your feet and make foot fists and flex and extend your ankles and flex and extend your knees a little bit and march your legs up and down, kind of gently stomp your feet on the floor. All of that is going to help move that lymphatic fluid out of your legs and up into your main body mass so that it can be recycled in the lymph node centers that are mostly concentrated at your hips and your belly, chest, shoulder, underarm area.
Yeah, which is what they do on planes, right?
Yep, that's part of why either they recommend, especially for people that have certain conditions, wearing compression socks when you're in the air, and or I always recommend my patients, if they know they're going to be on a long flight, like try to just keep your feet and your legs moving in your seat. If you're not able to get up, sometimes there's too much turbulence, you can't get out of your seat the entire flight. Just keep your feet and your legs moving just a little bit in your seat to, again, help keep that lymphatic fluid moving out of your legs so it doesn't pool and you don't get that post-flight lymphedema and swelling in your feet and legs that can be really uncomfortable and kind of hard to deal with once it builds up. It can take some time for it to get moved back through when there's a backup in the system. So walking and gentle movement, again, that hydration, so important. And then one thing that I knew, but I kind of had forgotten, is the deep breathing.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's so many lymph nodes and lymph centers around your rib cage and your spine, and then kind of around your diaphragm, and again at your upper chest. Having that breath to move the lymphatics through your belly and your chest wall to, again, just keep it moving into those nodes so that that fluid can be recycled back into your blood for processing.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why, God, was it 10 years ago now I stopped wearing a bra? And I am not a small-chested individual.
No, you are not.
Nope. But I have given it up, and it's so funny, like the 3 times I think that I've worn a bra. The last time I put one on, I took it off 5 minutes later. I was like, absolutely not
doing it.
Not doing it. Headaches came right back, like just tension and everything felt just gross and groggy, and I took it off and I could finally breathe. I have autonomy over my rib cage now. I can widen it and narrow it. It's something that I couldn't do before, because of that restriction and everything. But I tell everybody about this. It's not a secret.
Right?
It's not a secret. But yeah, I think there was one time too in the very beginning when I had been without a bra for a while, and then I put one on for an event, and afterwards my eldest daughter, we're in the car, and she goes, "Mom, bend forward." And I was like, "What?" She's like, "Bend forward." And I bent forward, and she must have been like, I don't know, 10 at the time. And I bent forward, and she reached up underneath my shirt and undid my bra. And she's like, "Feel better?" And I was like, "Yeah." Why? She's like, "You have been grumpy all night." And I was like, "Oh, okay. Sorry. I feel better now. Thank you."
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
Like I still wear a bra. Like I wish I had like the confidence to give them up. Like I'm getting close, but I'm not quite there yet. But I definitely, like, I have days where, like, driving home from work, I get in the car and I just immediately, like, I take it off. And I do the whole, like, the magical removal through the shirt kind of thing. And I'm, stuck in traffic, like, pulling my bra out through the neckline of my shirt and drive home bralette. Oh, my goodness, it feels so much better. The ability to breathe and the lack of headaches and just, like, the freedom. And we were talking before we started recording about I have zero actual factual evidence to back this up other than to me, it makes sense that women who frequently are wearing tight, restrictive bras especially, but just clothing in general, are, I think, possibly likely more prone to developing chronic diseases and cancers because of that restriction in the movement of their lymphatic system, because it just creates blockages, whether it is a bra or what is it? The support undergarments and the things that are designed to Spanx
and everything.
Keep
they
your,
think,
keep
oh,
your
it's like
tummy
compression
tucked
socks.
and or just super tight jeans or that super tight tank top, that kind of stuff. Like all of that can restrict the flow of your lymphatic fluid through your body and create backup and create problems.
Yeah, and you're talking about everywhere. Like this can be GI, liver, pancreas, lower intestine, all of it. I remember, I don't know if I've ever actually told you this story, but when I got pregnant with Rowan, my oldest, I started wearing Prego pants, obviously. And then after she was born, I kept wearing them because I noticed that it was so much easier to poo when my pants weren't too tight. Like I gave them up. I remember Chris being like, "Are you ever going to stop wearing Prego pants or some sort of loose pants?" And I'm like, "Absolutely not. This is awesome."
Right? Like the lack of restriction around my belly.
Yeah.
Feels so much better. It's crazy.
I even later on when I started being a massage therapist and I had to wear that holster thing, I either kept it really loose or took it off immediately, like between every client, because I was like, this is too tight. I don't like this. This is, you've seen my clothes. I'm a very loose clothing person. I'll rock a nice pair of yoga pants, but they have to be tight in a certain way.
Right. I was going to say tight enough to not fall down, but not so tight that they are
like any sort of actually restricting band. No,
thank you.
You can be tight all the way up and all the way down, but not
not
like grabbing me in places.
Yeah, totally. Like if I have to constantly be like lifting my waistband away from my belly just to get a breath. No, thank you.
That's a no-go.
No, thank you. Yeah, absolutely not.
And this is like circulation. I'm going to say it again. Circulation is the key to healing, pulling in nutrients and pushing out waste. The best way to get circulation into any part of your body is with movement.
Yes.
This is something I say probably about at least 8 times a week.
Or more.
Yeah. Depending.
It's so true. And our society has become so stagnant, right? Like how many people they spend 8, 10, 12 hours a day sitting, whether it's at your desk at work, in your car on your way to and from work, when you're chilling out watching television at the end of the day. We sit. And then we wonder why we have so many issues with chronic health issues. And granted, that's not the only reason, right? Like processed ultra processed chemical-aided foods are a big part of it, but that's again another topic. But movement is so important.
That should be the biggest takeaway. If you can't do anything else, do movement. There are a bunch of other stuff that can help you boost that. Dry brushing is one of them. You're going to find all sorts of, if you type in dry brushing, you're going to find all sorts of people that are like, circle here and brush there and do it in this sequence, which I'm not saying they don't work. That's fantastic. And if all you have time for is to just take that soft body brush and brush everything up towards your heart, from the hands up to the heart, from the feet up to the heart, from the head down to the heart.
Across the body, back to the heart.
Across the body, back to the heart. Just do that. There's also, we'll put links on will it just be on the YouTube or will it be on both of them?
I don't have an answer for that. We'll figure out how to get links for a couple of YouTube resources for some of the things we're talking about.
There's one called the Big 6 Lymphatic Reset that I really like by a guy called Dr. Perry. He does a 6-place stimulation of different groups of lymph nodes, and then you do either like a bouncing or you can do like a heel slam sort of thing, and it just opens up the pathways. I've found that it's very effective. I really like it.
Yeah, I like that one too.
And then another one is mini trampoline, rebounding. There's a ton of benefits for rebounding just in general, but one of the things that they found is that little moment of weightlessness actually opens up all the lymphatic channels.
To allow that movement.
And so if you're having like chronic swelling in your feet and legs and stuff like that, you can get on a rebounder very gently. You are not jumping to the moon.
Nope,
like just a little bit. Just a little bounce. Just to feel that tiny bit of weightlessness right at the top is all you need. Just do that for a minute every hour if you have huge swelling. And Barbara O'Neill talks about that. If you look up Barbara O'Neill rebounder, she talks about it pretty extensively. I really like her videos.
I'm a big fan of Barbara O'Neill.
Yeah. And then apparently another one is inversion, which I didn't realize, but I do that all the time. Like I have a yoga swing that I go upside down in, and then I have handstand practice.
I was going to say, you're kind of a master of the handstand. It's pretty impressive.
I still need to slow down and pick it up and be able to do it without a wall. But
picky.
But yeah, I know. Gravity can help with that too. So if you have an inversion table, it's helping with your lymphatics.
And or even just like when you're laying down in the evening on your couch, like putting your feet up and getting your feet raised above the level of your heart. Will have that gravitational effect of the lymphatics and fluid that might be building up in your legs and feet to follow gravity's course back into, again, the main part of your body, into your trunk and torso.
Yeah, you don't have to be crazy like me and go all the way upside down.
If you have an inversion table, that's awesome. If you have a yoga swing and you can go upside down in that's great. If you want to do handstand practices, that's also great. But for some people who may not be super athletically inclined for whatever reason, even just laying on your couch and or laying on the floor or with your feet kind of propped up against the wall or on your bed or something like that where your feet and ankles are elevated.
Yeah.
That counts.
It does. It counts.
Gravity.
Yeah. And remember to be kind to yourself.
Always be kind.
All these things, they do count. Even if you forget about all this stuff and then 6 months later go, oh yeah, should I start doing that again?
Yeah, go for it.
Just get back into it. It's totally fine.
Do we want to kind of verbally go through the big 6?
We can. I feel like
lymphatic drainage. It's good to see it and watch it be done, but I feel like it's pretty easy to explain it.
Yeah. The thing that I love about it the most is like dry brushing, you need a brush. Rebounding, you need a mini trampoline. All those sort of things. Actually, Dr. Perry's Big 6.
Sorry, let's back up for just a second. It occurs to me that not everybody might know what a rebounder is.
It's a mini trampoline.
Yeah. So for those of us that grew up and our grandparents or your friend's mom had the mini trampoline for the Pilates or jazzercise or whatever it was that they were doing back in the day, there actually was quite a bit of validity to that silly little miniature trampoline. So those are super, super helpful tools. Anyway, moving on. Sorry, Big 6.
Yeah, but if you don't have those tools, the Big 6 lymphatic reset you can do in 2 minutes wherever you are with just your hands.
Yeah, you don't need any special equipment.
No, and it's again, remember that the lymphatics don't like heavy work. So when you're stimulating the lymph nodes, you have to be a lot lighter than you think.
Very, very gentle.
When you're watching them do this, they're not rubbing the spot really hard. They're putting their hand on top of it, putting probably maybe 5 pounds of pressure? If that. And then they do circles. And there is a certain order that Dr. Perry says works the best. I haven't tried the other ones. I like this one.
Yeah.
So I'm going to trust him. Mm-hmm. But let me see if I remember what it is. Clavicle, neck, armpit, and then stomach, groin, behind the knee. Mm-hmm. And I just try to say that to myself over and over again. Clavicle, neck, armpit, stomach, groin, behind the knee. Mm-hmm. And what you do for the clavicle is you want to put your fingers, 2 on top, 2 on bottom, on the opposite. So my left hand is on my right clavicle. And I've got 2 fingers above the clavicle and 2 fingers below the clavicle, a little bit of pressure. And then you basically move the skin around in a circle one direction about 5 times, and then circle it back the other way about 5 times. And then what you'll do is you'll pat the area, kind of like you're very gently patting a baby's back.
Yeah, like soothing a baby, not burping a baby.
Yeah, not burping a baby, soothing a baby. Mm-hmm. And then you'll take it and you'll kind of pull, give it a little rub, not a big rub, but a little rub in towards the heart. So you're going to go from outside to the inside, and then you repeat the same thing on the other side. Now for the neck, what I do is I take my ring fingers and I put them right underneath my ears. And then I lay the rest of my fingers down the neck. And then from there, again, you grab the skin gently with just the surface of your fingers and you circle them.
And this is more of an up and down kind of a circle. So it's not like it's a circle. So it's a little side to side, but to me, it's a little bit more like up and down, but with some forward and backward movement for that circle.
Yeah, there's less movement in the skin, this part of the body, so you cannot feel as big of a circles. And then you do the same pat on the neck and then sweep it down towards the heart again. So like from right behind your ears, you pull it down towards your heart. For the armpits, I like to just take the palm of my hand and like stick it right into my armpit in the front and kind of grab all of that tissue and then circle that tissue. And then pat that tissue and then pull it in towards the heart. It doesn't feel like much when you're doing it. It's really kind of light. So just remember it's the circle, the pat, and then the pull in towards the heart. Mm-hmm. Just like you're brushing crumbs.
I was going to say, I kind of think of it as like brushing.
Yeah.
Like brushing your hand from outside to inside.
Yeah. Almost like you're brushing crumbs off, but almost like maybe some of the crumbs are a little stuck.
Yeah.
So you could push a little bit more.
Yeah, that's a good description.
The stomach one, you want to put the palm of your hand, like the middle palm of your hand, over your belly button, and then use the other hand to push it in a little bit. And then you do the circles right over the belly button. And then for the pats, I always do them like kind of all over my abdomen.
Because there's lymph nodes all around your belly. They're a little deeper in your belly. There are surface lymph nodes, but they're a little deeper in your belly to be able to circulate and capture the lymph from your organs and your digestive system.
And then you just go from the outside and sweep them in.
And it's kind of like from your ribs kind of in and then up. I think you usually kind of go up.
Yeah, I do.
Towards your sternum a little bit.
Towards the heart.
Yeah.
Just sweep it in towards the heart. Mm-hmm. And then the groin is the same thing. Broad hand along the groin, circle the skin, pat the skin, sweep the skin. And then behind the knees, same idea. You take your entire palm or the backs of your fingers, press it against the back of your knee, circle, pat, sweep up. And then you get to go up on your toes and either like do some light bouncing, and you want to kind of let your arms just kind of woof down at your side and feel it kind of just like you're on a rebounder.
Yeah. You kind of want to feel as much of your tissues kind of bouncing and wiggling as possible as you're doing it, right? Like you kind of want to feel.
Yeah, that's what I like to do.
Yeah. That kind of like.
Yeah, like release. You don't want to stay real tight everywhere.
You want to be loose with it. You want to feel, again, you want to feel your tissues moving. Like if you've got a bit of a belly, you want to feel your belly kind of wiggling. You want to feel your breast tissue wiggling. You want to feel your booty and your thighs wiggling.
Yep.
So even if you don't have much of any of those tissues to speak of, there should still be some movement in your skin. So
you should feel the impact. And then there's also, I've seen people, instead of doing the bouncing, they do heel slams, and you really want to come down on your heels. So you'll go up on your toes and then just let your whole weight of your body just come down on your heels. Be careful where you do this. I was demonstrating this in the second-story building I was working in one day, and had some people come knock on my door and be like, "Are you guys okay?" I was like, "Sorry, just teaching lymphatic flow.
My bad.
Whoops."
Yeah. I personally, I like the way that the kind of the gentle bounce, I like the way that feels better on my body, but everybody's different. So
I don't mind the heel slams. I like heel slams.
Try the bounce. See what you like better.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
but it's a really good one for if you're just in the middle of the day, you're starting to feel sluggish and just like, ugh, you know.
Yeah.
You can just whip it out because you don't need anything for it. Whip it out.
Whip it out.
Look what you're doing again. You and your wood.
I can't help it.
Wrong podcast,
that
Rachel.
was whipping.
Again.
We were whipping it out. The low-hanging fruit is right there. I can't not. I'm sorry.
How come it's always you?
You know what?
You're not mad at it?
I'm not mad at it. And why you gotta call me out like that?
I'm not mad at it.
Why you gotta call me out like that?
Sorry, friend.
I love you.
I love you too.
So that's kind of the basics of lymphatics. It's kind of a big, messy, complicated topic. The lymph system does a lot more for us than we realize. It is kind of a primary player in our immune system. It has some pretty important digestive functions. It supports our organs, and it's an incredibly important system. And I think we're still even discovering new stuff about the lymphatic system and that interstitial fluid and that interstitial space, and it's the role that it plays on signaling tissues. We're still learning about it, so it's not like it's a extensively well understood system. I think we understand the basics and the kind of the fundamental elements of it, but there's so much nuance to it that we're still like, what is that? How does that work? Oh no! Wow! Hey, cool! Look at this.
So cool! Yeah.
But I think that's a really good kind of introduction to it, and it ties in with everything else that we talk about. So if nothing else, try the big 6, try some rebounding, try some bouncing, make sure you're as well hydrated as you possibly can, get your body moving, take your 10-minute break at work and just go for a 10-minute walk.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be fast. It doesn't have to be long. It can just be a short little bout of movement just to get some movement into your body, into your tissues, help your lymphatics, help your fascia, help your belly, help your digestion, help your brain, just everything.
Look into other tools. I know I've seen things like the pedal machines for underneath the desk to keep your feet and legs moving throughout the day.
Yep, or the walking pad, same thing.
Yeah.
So I personally, I have so much respect for anybody that can walk on a treadmill or a walking pad while they are working and like reading and functioning and writing emails while you're walking. I cannot do that.
It's crazy.
I can barely, like, if I take a book to the gym, which, why you're there to work out, but like I've always been astounded by people that can exercise while they're reading. Like I can't do that.
I do remember doing that when I was in high school, though.
Oh, really?
Walk home and back while reading a book the whole time.
That's impressive. No, I can't. I can't do that. But if you can, that's impressive, and also a good way to get more movement in your day, because you can check and do and answer your emails while you're walking or pedaling.
Yeah.
So great options.
Remember to move your arms too, though. They're part of it.
Yep. Get your arms up overhead. Swing them around side to side.
Twist and move and shout. Twist and shout.
Twist and shout. And that's our episode for today, I think.
Yeah. I think
we covered it all. If you have any questions, leave us a comment and we will get back to you. Send us an email, enabledenergy222@gmail.com. We would love to hear your questions, comments, and let us know if you have suggestions or ideas for future episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And hopefully we'll see some of you at one of our retreats.
Yes.
That'd be really fun.
That would be awesome. We would love to see you. We would love to have you and teach you a little bit more about this crazy self-care world we're getting into.
I know. There's a lot out there.
There is.
It's fun.
Awesome.
If you like what you're hearing
and you want to hear more,
come join us next time on Enabled Energies.
We love you.